Capricorn, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome into your reading. As always, this is for Capricorn and any prominent Capricorn energy in your birth chart. So it could be a Capricorn sun, moon, rising. You could also have a stellium of planets in the 10th house or a stellium in the sign of Capricorn. All right. Let's see what's coming through for you today. So a few things as I was channeling for you guys. First, I heard someone say, what do you know? You know nothing. So I don't know if this is you telling someone this or someone is telling you this. What do you know? You know nothing. It just makes me feel like somebody has feelings toward or for someone else, and another person may not know it. So if there is a conversation that you've had with another and they are not aware of how you feel for them, I do feel that there's either verbally you're saying, what do you know? You know nothing, or you're thinking that to yourself, right? Like, you don't even know how I feel. Okay. Somebody is saying, like, you don't even know how I feel. So this could be about someone that you like or care for. You do have the Lover card here from the Wild Unknown Archetype deck by Kim Kranz. We'll get into that in just a second, but it also, I'm also feeling that you have different hobbies, different interests going on right now. As always, I do think that the Capricorn is always busy, always has something that they're working on, projects, goals, creative pursuits, whatever the case is. But yeah, I mean, just as always, you do have that. And it's like, okay, well, you have your books and you have your bag and you have, you know, you're dressed the part. And I don't know if you're like going somewhere in a social scene or you're meeting up with somebody, but it's a discussion about the things that you love, or you're there to teach somebody about the things that you love. The vision I have of this person, they look artistic, or they look like, like they have the experience and they're doing house calls. I don't know what this means. I have no idea. They're doing house calls and it's just like, okay, I got everything we need. Let's start here. Or I don't know how to explain this. It could be anything. It could be anything. Okay. So that was that. And then I also picked up on there being a very distinctive, clear difference, and knowing about this difference between the light and the dark. Okay, like the contrast between the light and the dark. And it's like there's clarity around this somehow for you or the person that you are coming into contact with. If there is another person involved, the other person may be the dark, or you are the light, or you are the dark, or they are the light. There is a contrast playing out here between you and another, or between yourself, like within yourself. I'm not sure, but I'm also hearing like there's a fine line. Okay, so I don't know if you are trying to stay aligned and stay middle grounded, so you do not go too far off to the light or too far off to the dark, but you know where that line is. That line is very clear to you. It's a definitive line. That could be literal. That could be metaphorical. I don't know. So there's a lot of that. Okay. So we did say feelings about someone, or someone has feelings about you. Somebody saying you don't know. What do you know? Your creative projects, your goals, your, the things that you're working on, your passions, your hobbies, all the things that you love, they're at the forefront at this time, and you're sharing them with other people, or maybe on social media. You're talking about them, you are dressing the part, you're showing up as the part. So there's something where you are fully immersed in your hobby, or fully immersed in this thing that you are pursuing at this time. And then what else did I say? Oh, the fine line between the contrast, right? The definitive contrast between the light and the dark. I don't know. You also got the Lover here. So let's talk about this. I am already anticipating, assuming that this is going to involve some sort of romantic situation. So before I go into the cards and before I pick up on this romantic situation, I also want to note and to speak about the fact that this doesn't have to just be romantic. This could also be the lover within you, okay? Like the lover of life, the gratitude that we have for beautiful things, for our ability to dive into these wild concepts and this creativity, like whatever your hobbies are, right? It could be like, I'm feeling like fantasy. I don't know. This is like artwork, AI for some of you, like just creating this, like, this, what is this? Like another world. Okay. So I don't know what that's about, but it's like loving that, or being able to dive into these parts of yourself that are creative, that you are passionate about, that you deem as beautiful, creating beauty within the world, seeing beauty within the world, seeing beauty in relationships, seeing beauty in other people, in your surroundings, in your home, you know, your body. Like there's an element about loving all of these things that life has to offer here with the Lover card. This also has to do with devotion and what you are devoted to, your passions toward another thing or another person. So when we think about devotion, remember that fine line. I don't know if this has anything to do with that, like borderline giving your entire self to someone or to this project or goal or hobby, whatever this is, whatever this is. It's like, when is it enough? How far can you go? When is it crossing the line of becoming obsessed and immersed and possessed, right? Or seeing another object as your possession. And so detaching, right, yourself from the other, whether that's another person or a thing, and seeing that, how can I say, like from a third party or from a higher perspective, the consequences of being obsessed about a situation, and how that looks, how that feels, how that affects the rest of your life, how that affects the lives of others in your environment, whatever the case is. But there is a little bit of like borderline obsession going on here. Again, this whole playing the part is coming through really strongly with the Lover. And I don't know if you are playing a part to be loved or to attract something, or they are playing a part in your life. But playing a part is coming through and strongly for me at this time as I'm speaking about the Lover card. So yeah, there's so much that I got from your channeled message and stepping into your energy. So let's see how the cards look. What cards are we going to get today? What is the message from the universe for the Capricorn and anyone watching? You don't have to be a Capricorn. You can just be called here by the title of the reading, or just because something told you to click on it. You can also be cross-watching for a Capricorn if you are. Welcome into the reading. You have the Devil here, which is your card. All right, Capricorn, what's coming through? It's a lot of passion coming through here. I can feel the heat. And it is super cold in my house right now, so I know it's not me. Capricorn. It's like you want to attract a certain lover, and in order for you to do that, it's like you're playing the law of attraction. You're the secret, right? Like stepping into a certain energy, a certain frequency in order to attract something specific. All right. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe one of you is, I don't know. We'll see. Ooh. King of Cups, Nine of Swords. This is your personal energy. Let's get one more for the personal energy for the Capricorn. Take a breather. Relax. Ace of Swords. What is it? I'm hearing like somebody like, what is it? Like, just tell me the truth. You know, like somebody is waiting for the truth. Someone is waiting for the truth. Someone is waiting for the truth. I'm hearing that strong. So there is like waiting for communication, waiting for an answer, waiting for a conversation to happen, waiting to see something. Whatever this truth is, brace yourself. It comes with transformation. I'm feeling that super strongly. We don't even have transformative cards here. Well, I guess maybe a little bit with the King of Cups is a Scorpio energy. But yeah, whatever this is, it's going to come with transformation. It's also going to come with, it's bigger than you think. And this is like, it's, oh gosh. It's going to tap into the dark. It's going to bring out the shadow. It's going to allow you the opportunity to face and do some shadow work. There's something about your psyche, your belief system, your trauma. I don't think you know it. I don't think you've tapped into this one thing yet in your lifetime. But this lover, this person, this truth that you're waiting for, when it comes through, and I'm not saying this like for it to like say that this is bad news. No, I don't know what type of news it is, but the truth is going to trigger a transformation. You're anxious about it. You're overthinking it. You're obsessed. This is the obsessive energy coming through at this time. You want to control the situation. This could be someone else. It doesn't have to be you. You want to control the situation. And then I'm also feeling for some of you, it's like you're so good at controlling your emotions that this, like you're trying your best to consciously stay in control of your emotions. But some nights, some days, it gets the best of you. You're thinking of all the possible scenarios. You're thinking of how it's going to sound, what it's going to look like, when the day that it comes, what day that's going to be, where you're going to be. I don't know what this is about. You're playing the conversation in your head. There could be a previous conversation that you had that you keep replaying in your mind, like looking for the truth in this conversation, looking for the truth in this words. Oh my God, like, I don't know. A part of me is feeling whoever you're dealing with is not the best communicator. But we'll see how that turns out. We'll see how that comes through. There's turbulence. There's emotionally, there's a lot of movement, which is playing with your thoughts. Your thoughts are also playing with your emotions. You just want clarity. You just want to be clear. You're trying your best to, like, I would say if you're so in your head, you need to ground and you need to come back to reality and do what the cardinal signs do best. They compartmentalize and they detach the situations, right? To stay in that control. We can't go off from, one extreme to the next and expect to still stay aligned and go forward. We are always going forward. Cardinal signs are always on the move. We're always going to the next thing. We always have our process, and it's like we need to go. We need to keep going. We need to keep growing. We need to keep getting better. We need to keep learning. We need to, stay strong. Like the whole thing, it never stops. And so when we are in a moment like this, where we are up in our head and there's so much going on, it's interfering. There's like glitches. It's like, bzz, right? Like a shake up, because you're too high in your head. You're too much in your thoughts. You need to ground, come back down. Put this situation in a box and then put it away. And when you're ready to talk to it, when you're ready to think about it, take out the box from your drawer, from your closet, open the box, and then you can think about it then. Other than that, you're not thinking about it. Other than that, you're working on your stuff. That's the best thing to do at this time until you get this clarity. The truth, you're looking for the truth. I think the truth is going to come, but if it's not here right now, it's because it's not supposed to be. Okay, there's a bigger story here. There's a bigger situation. If this involves other people, it's also affecting their karma and their life path. Okay, whatever they're going through, which is not yours, right? Your life path is yours. Their life path is theirs. Yes, if you are intertwined and you come together at this time of life, that's meant to be, and you do it for whatever reason. But it doesn't mean that your paths combine and your paths conjoin. You know, you're still on yours, they're still on theirs, even though you are both connecting. But if you don't have the truth yet, it's because you're not supposed to have it right now. And you should be okay with that. And there should be some faith and trust in the universe that it's happening for a reason. All right, let's see what's in your environment. What has you thinking this way? What has you feeling this way? Capricorn, what is in the environment for the Capricorn, please? Okay. 7 of Wands. Temperance. One more for the environment. King of Swords. You have Justice at the bottom. What is this about? Well, the person that you're dealing with or whatever is in your environment has a lot going on right now. All right. So if you're not hearing from them or you are looking for some kind of truth, whatever the case is, just understand, again, they are on their own path, living their own life, you know. And if you don't know what that stuff is, whatever it is that they have going on, then you're not supposed to know at this time, and that should be all right. But they are working on finding a compromise, finding a balance here. You have the King of Cups and the King of Swords. There's definitely two people. This person could be quiet right now. They're waiting. There's a lot of patience comes here with the Temperance card. It does talk about having patience and compassion and taking things a little slow. And again, that trust and that faith that things, you know, will come together how they are supposed to come together. But somebody here is working on a compromise. Somebody is working on harmonizing a situation, on coming together with something. Two people coming together, two situations coming together. I'm not sure. The universe is also stepping in here as the angel description in this card. I don't know what this vision is. This one's coming out of nowhere, but I see someone under a pile of rocks. Big rocks. I don't know if they're putting themselves there. It does feel like somebody is just like, I give up. Like, I'm going in. I'm going into the dark. I'm going to stay away for a little bit. It's like when you get under the blanket and you cover your head, like your entire body, including your head, but they're doing it with rocks. I don't know if that's just because of the Capricorn energy, like the earth. I do think like the Capricorn earth is very rocky. So I don't know if that's you. Either way, clarity. I'm feeling that the clarity for you is like in your control as well. There's something here around if somebody is looking for truth in a tangible way, they need the words, they need to see the thing, they need to have a conversation, or, you know, like a tangible thing. Like, it's like this situation, whatever, however it looks, I don't know what it looks like, but however it looks, this situation is the truth. Like, get out of your head, come back down to reality, and look at it from a realistic perspective. Take out the fantasies, take out the overthinking, take out the visions and the mind talk, right? Like this obsessive, constantly thinking about the different scenarios and what could be happening, what could be going on. Take all of that out of the equation. The truth is what is happening at this moment for you right now, between you and them. That's the truth. The additional stuff is just fluff. If you're meant to see something to give you the truth, if you're meant to have the conversation that'll give you the truth, if that's meant to happen, it will happen, and it will happen when it's supposed to happen, right? So I would just suggest that you try your best to just, again, put this whole situation in a box, put it in the closet, and keep doing and keep working on your stuff, whatever it is, your life, you know? And when you want to think about it, when you're meant to face it again, or have a conversation, or I don't know, whatever, bring the box back out, open it, and then you can, you know, go from there. But yeah, I mean, there's just so much that this King of Swords has to do. They are busy. They have a lot going on, and they're trying their best to tackle things one by one, right? Like they have obligations, responsibilities. They have appointments and bills to pay, or, you know, like they have to do this. Like it's just, okay, to this, you know, like they're taking it day by day. They're taking it week by week. Like this is a long-term thing that they have going on, and all in an effort to create more peace in their life. They're trying to go from this busy to just having peace and quiet and calm and, you know, a simple type of life, a simple way of living. And so they are strategically working on this by tackling one thing after another. If that's truth enough for you, for some of you, I think it is. You don't have to know what these things are. So, and if you're a cross watcher and the Capricorn is quiet, I mean, for cross watchers that don't know too much about the Capricorn, just know that they're always working on something, you know? So they're not always with their phone. They're not always on call. They're not always like around. That's not personal. No one should take that personal, because that's just their life. That's just what they're like. Anyway, okay. Let's go into more detail. Let's get a 30-day outlook. Let's start off with the next week or two. What's coming through for the Capricorn, please? The Knight of Swords. There's a conversation. Be careful with the anger. Be careful with putting people in their place and being quick about that. Woo! You have the Knight of Swords and the King of Wands. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't come in, like, I wouldn't stand in your way. I wouldn't even like cross you at this time. You have something to say. There's some venom. I'm feeling venom. I'm feeling some toxic words or some poison here. You also have the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So you have two knights, a Knight of Swords and a Knight of Pentacles. It's like part of you wants to go off on someone, and the other part of you is like, no, just have patience, wait, keep working, keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah, that's like very clear here. Here is that fine line that I was bringing up, that I was picking up on. The line is definite, and you know when you're going to cross it, and you know what line it is that you may or may not cross. So it's not like that's not in question. The question is, will you cross the line or not? And this could be for somebody else. Is somebody else going to cross that line with you or not? I feel like some of you are waiting to put someone in their place, or are waiting to tell someone how you feel. It goes back to like, you don't know. What do you know? Right? What do you know? You don't know. What else, please? The sun. Clarity will come, Capricorn, okay? You just have faith in that, you know? It always does, right? The truth always comes out. The light always shines. The sun always rises. You also have the Page of Pentacles. Justice here again, because Justice came out at the bottom of the deck. And the Tower. Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, this is going to get messy. The Tower comes out. I mean, I do feel that this is going to catalyze a huge transformative process for you. And you're also going to get the opportunity to see this side of you that you can tap into. Like for some of you, not all of you, I don't feel like it's all of you, but for some of you, you have not really seen your anger yet. You have never seen your like full 100%, like on the line, on the spectrum of 0 to 100. You've never gotten to 100 on the anger spectrum. And this is going to get you to 100. Like you've never seen yourself like this before. And so it's going to cause a reaction, you know? Like it may change you a little bit. Like you're going to see what you're made of in a sense. It's like somebody that has, and this could be the case too, like somebody that has a gift, some kind of power, you know, that they didn't know they had. It's been dormant. They never used it, and something catalyzes it. And you know what? Actually, anger is a huge, very, very common emotion that does catalyze and ignite and wake up a dormant gift. Okay. So some of you, I'm feeling, may, in a moment of anger, may actually see a gift come through or a power come through. So I don't know. Giving an example, maybe because you're so angry, something moves, right? Something shatters. You know, the lights go out, right? Like there's a fuse that popped. That is totally possible. It happens, you know? And so for some of you, it can come in that form as well. I don't know why I went into that, but for a reason. All right. The next 2-3 weeks, you have the Sun, the Page of Pentacles, Justice, and the Tower. Again, everything that I've been saying, justice is going to come through. The truth will come through. The conversation, the communication, the result, the consequence, and it does change things. It breaks down a dynamic between you and another person, possibly. I just don't understand what lover has to do with all this. Is this your lover? Is this like how this relationship between you and this person goes? Is the lover card coming out because we are talking about your person? It's between you and your lover. It's like just love, you know? And this is not all for everyone either, but it's like, who cares? Just come from a place of love. It doesn't mean, just because you come from a place of love does not mean that you have to put up with disrespect or in consideration, you know. That doesn't mean that. It just means like let go and love. That's it. You are love. Be love. A person is acting a certain way, truth comes out that changes things or whatever. This overthinking, right? Just let go and be love. That's it. Wake up, you're love. Go to sleep, you're love. I'm not saying loved, Loved. I'm saying just Love, love. You are love. There's the compassion for other people, seeing that everybody is going through their own stuff. Everybody's going through it these days, right? Like, I mean, I don't know when you're watching this reading, but, you know, this is 2024 right now, May 2024. I mean, people are going through it, and they may not, you know, be able to put us first, or, you know, like, have like our best interest right now, like as a priority, right? Like maybe you don't feel like you're a priority, because they're just going through something. I mean, the Seven of Wands, that's definitely shit that is happening in their life that they are working on overcoming. And, again, it goes into like, just have the compassion for them, you know. Sometimes people cannot, even if they wanted to, they cannot show up the way you want them to. And I'm not saying that to be rude or offensive, and I apologize if you take it that way, but that's just the truth. I mean, we all have had moments in life, I'm sure, where we would love for another person to treat us a certain way. We would love for another person to put us first, or, you know, be considerate of us, or remember us, or whatever the case is. And we want them to act a certain way for our benefit, whether that is material, external, or that's just so we can feel good emotionally in some way. But we can't control people that way. I'm sure you're not, and you see that, but it still bothers you. 3 or 4 weeks from now, you have the Judgment, the Hanged Man, the Emperor, and the Empress. Forget it. The Emperor and the Empress together. You're worrying about something because it's not going your way at this time, but you will come into contact and into connection with, whether it's this person or a person, I don't know, after this is all said and done. So when you have the ability, the opportunity to have this really high tense communication with them, watch it. Be careful. You know, some words you just can't take back, because later on the Emperor and the Empress are coming together here. Somebody is at the end of this 30-day period, somebody has seen enough and gone through enough to perceive this situation differently, to understand it. Maybe right now the problem is that you don't understand it. And to you, it's like, it's not my fault. I don't understand. They're not communicating. They're not letting me know. They're not telling me. And if you're in a solid, you know, committed relationship, and this is your husband, wife, like, you know, you're committed to the person or whatever, like some things, yeah, like they should communicate with you. They should open up with you. I mean, that's a sign of a healthy relationship. So it's understandable. But it's all about having that conversation with them. It's balance. There's balance that needs to be had here with these Justice cards. Where's it going? Okay, let's do some clarifying. So, Knight of Swords with the King of Wands. Here's that Seven of Wands. There's that. Just, you know, you don't want to be just another thing that this person has to fight. Three of Swords. Oof. Hurt feelings. Hurt people hurt people. They can be hurting and they can come through and, you know, from a place of insecurity, lack, right? Maybe somebody is communicating to another person how they're not good enough and they're not there for them and blah, blah, blah. And somebody just is like, I can't do that right now. Like, they don't have what they need. They don't have the ability. They're lacking time. They're lacking energy. They're lacking resources. They're lacking money. Like, something is happening here. And there could be a moment of argument and a fight. And somebody can be hurt out of it and feel some sort of loss. What is the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles? You have the Magician. The Moon. What in the world? As I say, what in the world? The world. Tarot is funny sometimes. What the heck? Jeez Louise. Hold on. You know something's off. I mean, that's for sure. For some of you, you're dealing with somebody who is sort of gaslighting, who is like telling you one thing to make you believe a certain, and you're just like, no, I know what I know. And they're just like, you're crazy. You know, like that type of dynamic. Somebody here has a strong intuitive sense. These three cards together, it's very intuitive. The Magician, the Moon, and the High Priestess. Okay, there is an ability. There's a gift for whoever that was. It was, you know, tapped into that gift. After this anger conversation, that can totally happen. But I'm also feeling like if you are in your head about this and you're overthinking this and this is causing tension and anger, there is something to be said about yourself. Like I'm telling you, with this Ace of Swords, this situation is going to cause a transformative moment for you if you take the opportunity to look within and see and face, like, why are you feeling so angry about this? Why are you feeling so passionate and overworked, over, you know, energized about this situation? Where is that coming from? What is it about you, right? Taking the other person out of the equation for a little bit. What is it about you that is causing this anger, right? And this anger is either coming from hurt feelings, because anger is like a secondary emotion. You know, it's not the root emotion. So it could be coming from the hurt feeling. It could be coming from a trauma-based reaction as well. It could be coming from insecurity, like upset with yourself. For some of you, you're upset with yourself for being involved in a situation like this, or for allowing this to happen. But someone is working on a plan, and someone is like, okay, all right. I'm feeling also now like someone is saying like, okay, you said that, you acted this way, right? With this whole argument, you want to be like that, fine. And then someone goes quiet, but they are planning their response. They're planning their reaction, their consequence. Like, it's like, I will show you, or I will get you back, or, you know, something like that, if that makes sense. And they're using a little bit of that manipulative energy. There is some secrets here now. Okay, someone is not speaking everything. There's holding information now, holding in how you're feeling. Somebody wants to cross the line of like being a little malicious or something. There's a lot of like glitchiness going on in your psyche after this conversation happens, because so much emotion is rising up that it is causing you to like have all these different types of thoughts, right? Like, should I just leave this alone? Should I get them back? Should I get revenge? Should I, be open and compromise with them and understanding? It's just like, no, they said what they said. They did what they did. Like, whatever. So there's so much going back and forth in the mind about this situation. There needs to be a moment where you just stop, tap into that higher self, take a break, go rogue, go quiet. Don't speak to anybody for like a weekend. I don't know. All right, what's the Sun and the Page of Pentacles? Two of Cups. Four of Cups. Yeah. Rest. Rest, rest, rest. Come together with people you love and care about. Ace of Wands. Get your energy going again. You need your energy. The Sun, get some sun. Take a vacation. Get away from this for a little bit. Justice in the Tower. Justice. The Emperor, which is down here. Here's where you take control. You may do something drastic, though. You may do something drastic. Like after you have taken a break, taken a rest, gotten out of it, gotten away from it. It's like you're reevaluating this whole situation. You're looking at, as a Capricorn would, right? Like, where did I go wrong? Taking the responsibility for yourself. Seeing that and taking your power back. And by you taking your power back, forget it. You are going to shake something up here. I'm also hearing like someone telling somebody else, like, don't ever treat me like that again, or don't ever speak to me like that again, or something like that at this point. Somebody is, again, going to that anger level of extremity. Sorry. You saw yourself get to that level, and it's just like, oh no, like you're taking control. You're getting control of yourself again. You're the King of Cups, the Emperor. It's like, I'm never going to allow anybody to let myself, like I'm never going to let myself get to that level again. Whatever this was, it just took you out of your element and made you feel like a lack of control. You couldn't control your emotions, your anger, whatever. What am I doing? I don't know why this came out. The Fool and the Nine of Wands. Here is a protective energy around a new start. What is the Judgment and the Hanged Man? Again, just love. Knight of Cups. Three of Wands. The Hanged Man, to clarify, the Hanged Man. Stepping back, and you're seeing things from a different perspective here. You're putting it into the universe, and you're like, universe, you take it. Like, enough. At this time of the reading, this is like a 30 days out, like 3 or 4 weeks out from now, from the time that you hear this. You see somebody in another light. This doesn't have to be the same person, but you see somebody in a different light in a social setting, and it changes your perspective about them. Okay, so something happens here where you see someone different, and you're different by this time as well, because you've gone through this transformative, the tower happened, right? Like this breakdown of how something once was. It's you just broke it. It's just like, I'm destroying this at this point. Therefore, there is open energy, for something new to start. What is the Emperor and the Empress? King of Wands, which is up here. This is the Death card. Is it the Death card? Or is it the Ten of Wands? Sorry, it doesn't have, it just has 10. I think it is the Ten of Wands. Somebody has to prove themselves. Somebody has to show themselves. It's like, you can't, like, how can I say this? Like, this is the Emperor and the Empress, like, you have to do some work in order to get to that level. Like, you have to go through all of the phases of the tarot, all of the different court cards, the page, the knight, the queen, the king, in order to become the Emperor or the Empress. So there is this element of like, what have you learned? Who have you become? And you as well as them, because both of y'all are coming up here. This could also be an elevation of your own masculine and your feminine coming to the surface. Again, with that clear, definitive line of the light and the dark, the external, the internal, the as above, so below, right? But if it is two people, it's like this person, by this time, either they come as an emperor, which means they've learned something. They have learned a lesson. They got something out of it. They've elevated or ascended in some way, whether that be like characteristic, their character, their financial situation, whatever. Like, they're just more mature. So it's like, either you come this way or you don't come at all, if that makes sense. All right. Let's see what the Work Your Light Oracle has to say. This is an Oracle deck from Rebecca Campbell. What does the universe want to bring forth for the Capricorn? What is the guidance? What is the final message, the takeaway here? Ooh, Warrior Woman, male or female. Have you answered your deepest calling? Have you answered your deepest calling? Let's see. What is this about? I can't see the screen, so I don't know if you can see the card or not. You are here for a reason. You are being called to bravely pave a path. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul-led life is not all fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-led life requires courage to triumph over fear. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts. And the more resistance we have toward answering a call, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage and her famous line, "I'm not afraid, I was born to do this." But the thing about courage is that it is not possible without fear. So if you are feeling afraid, what is needed is courage. And courage comes from living from the heart. Think of your fears as opportunities to expand rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears in this light, then as uncomfortable as it might feel, it's actually a sign that you are on the right track. Again, this thing is going to cause a transformation. You're on the right track. All right, Capricorn, that was your reading for today. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I always enjoy reading for you. If you got anything out of today's reading, please click the like button on the video. I would so appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. If you want a personal reading, they are very, very similar to this. My email address is on the description of the video. Shoot me an email and I will respond to you. Other than that, I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.